What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our Rome campaign on Total War Rome 2. If you are enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, we have taken Kaige-O from Carthage, and we've taken Thapsus from Libya. Now our goal is to keep pushing to Lepsus, build up our fleet a bit, so we have some protection. Thankfully, Syracuse is just sitting outside our city. The Carthage raiding here is somewhat of a problem, but Maysazeli seems to be wrecking Nova Carthago a bit, which is good to see. So we got a little buffer through Maysazeli. We have an army defending Corrales at the moment. I don't trust the Etruscan League, which is why I kind of want to keep this army here. Syracuse could push back this little force here, maybe this fleet as well. And then the Veneti are at war. Our two client states are at war with each other, which isn't really a great thing. Money-wise, we don't really have much that we want to spend our money on. We're a little bit low on food. I kind of wanted to see where public order sat after this provincial instability went away, before increasing our food. Over here, we're getting some more food, so we could probably go ahead and upgrade like the research station or something. But public order is hurting here. Without our army sitting in here, what are we at? Oh, we're still at +2. That's not bad, actually. And then, obviously, we're kind of working on things here. We are at negative food, but we are getting the fishing port in here, which should help a little bit. So we have a good amount of money saved up. Summary: the only one at risk of secession is Papiria. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. Papiria. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is the only one, and they don't have any territory, nor do they have any like generals or admirals. So I'm not too worried about them seceding. We need some replenishment here. Libya's got some very small forces. They were mustering, but because we took this territory, they can no longer muster troops. We're sending our spy over to Lepsus to see what's going on. But Libya's only down to one more settlement, so if we could take them out, that would be great. I don't necessarily want to go to war with the Nasamones. But, like, I'm kind of cool with just kind of taking these 3 territories for now, and then, I don't know, like, we might leave Maysazeli. It looks like Nova Carthago only has... Oh, no, they have this territory, too. I wouldn't mind coming to take, like, this province from Carthage next, and kind of leaving Nova Carthago to Maysazeli. Can we see... We should be able to see Nova Carthago. They're at war with the Gaetuli, which I believe are up here. Editani should be up here. So they're at war with quite a few people. Hopefully we don't really have to worry about taking Tingis over here. So if we could take this last province in Africa without going to war with this faction, leave Maysazeli alone, and then kind of start pushing Spain and Portugal, I think I'd be happy with that for now. I think that's a good place to start expanding. We're pretty friendly with Massilia. And then once we kind of consolidate over here in Portugal and Spain, we decide where we want to go next, right? Whether we want to start expanding towards Egypt, whether we want to take the rest of Northern Africa, whether we want to start pushing into Northern Italy, like a push across to the Greek states. We have options, unless those decisions are made for us, right? So, just kind of take things slow. I would like to make this dude a general, so that he can start building up a good amount of gravitas from victories and stuff, but we wanted to adopt this girl so that she could have a husband, and then the husband starts gaining us influence, because we're still sitting at 47%, which isn't bad, but I wouldn't mind increasing this. So let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. Unassigned skills. You, my friend. Tax rate in local province when deployed. Cultural conversion. Sure, those are good. We don't need the cultural conversion, but the tax rate will be nice. keep boosting that income because our income is going to drop while we build up our fleet.
My people do not
Military
like luxury,
alliance, eh?
but money is needed.
Honestly,
I
wouldn't
ask humbly
mind
that you
it,
give
but you're
us
making
some
demands
small
of
amount.
money. I think I'm cool with the defensive alliance for now. I think I'm good with that. I wonder if they're starving. They shouldn't be taking desert attrition. They're on the road. Wounded and returned empty-handed. Returned with a generous tribute. 23k in the treasury. Patrician. Tax rate in local province while deployed. Awesome, dude. That's a great trait. Nice. Alright, we're gonna keep taking replenishment there. We went for commerce. So yeah, let's keep working on public order. I'm hoping the fishing docks will get us situated for food. And then we might make Lepsis like a farming province. We don't want anything that's gonna cost more food at the moment. If these guys push us, we should be able to handle it.
Your orders? We're going to need a bigger fleet.
Let's do something like that for now. I am a little tempted to move this army out, but this admiral makes me nervous. With their ramming ships, they could pretty easily wipe out some full units. And we're not really in a rush, since we're trying to stabilize our territory in Northern Africa. Public order's looking pretty good everywhere, which I'm happy about. What I think I might do is once we take Lepsis and wipe out Libya.
How can I be
Speaking of, let's get you moving.
Only Rome. Swift and silent, a shadow.
We don't really need to reveal anything. We could reduce your movement range, but that's not really going to do anything either. You guys are both in forced march, you're not mustering, you guys will be attritioning, I'm assuming from lack of food. You have 4 and you're building up food. This is a farming settlement, so actually building farms here is perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is once we take Lepsis, pull you back up and start pushing this way to wipe out this Carthage army, and then we'll have you guys kind of sail with this army to make sure that they're well protected. You guys are chasing this Carthage army down. Even if they were to come take or try to attack Cosentia, I think we should be able to hold against 2 units. So I'm not too worried there. 15% risk. We're actually looking pretty good. Promoted characters. Influence is actually dropping. But we could probably get away with a promotion. Must at least be 25 years old and rank 2 or higher. We could educate. Okay. And, I think we just keep on replenishing. Like, we really don't have things to spend our money on. Which is crazy. We are building up our fleet at least, but... nothing wrong with saving up a bunch of money, I suppose. Yes, we can get more agents. That's what we need to be pumping out. More and more agents. Can we get those agents from anywhere? We can. Alright, let's get a dignitary here. Cultural conversion, wealth from entertainment, upkeep costs. We're gonna deploy you, so let's go cultural conversion.
How can I serve Rome?
We will get a champion over here. Unit experience gained per turn, campaign movement range for accompanying general. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And then let's go ahead and get our spy over here. Cultural influence, wealth from culture, public order, food stolen from local province. Growth per turn. Yeah, let's go Fania Lactuca.
My skills.
Awesome. Get those agents going. And we can get up to 2 more fleets and 4 more armies, but we end another turn. Carthage is gonna sail away, which is good news. They're just doing the loop-de-loop around Syracuse. Athens looks to be making their push.
One sacrifice is needed on the altar of our goodwill. I speak of gold, of course.
A defensive alliance in the north and the south would be kind of nice. I honestly might take this. That way, if like the Veneti or the Etruscan League declare war on us, our defensive allies should come on in. This could open us up to wars in the north, but I'm gonna take that for now. That's 2 solid defensive alliances. We should be pretty well protected. Research complete. Raise a fleet at the following settlement. Probably not. Troubled populace. Yeah, you guys are going down. Household expands. What was that? +1 cunning. Alright, let's get you back deployed.
I'll see them.
Which puts you at -2 food.
We hunger for battle. Ready for orders.
Let's go ahead and get you deployed.
How can I be of assistance?
Ah, Nova Carthago's actually pushing back a bit here.
Moving.
We could start starving them out, though.
There is more.
Start getting you some experience, and then you can go into this army, military training, start getting experience on these troops. Don't have the best troops in here, but we do have some decent units. We could get some more Italian spearmen, if we wanted. Research, research, research. 3 turns, 3 turns, 2 turns, so we should probably go for this. Research rate's at 171%.
Rome needs more ships.
I'm probably just gonna go for a full stack on the fleet. You're getting -3 from winter. We can technically afford this. Factions. Quite friendly with all of these factions, which is great. Neutral with all these guys, and then the Veneti and the Epirus doesn't really like us, but that's fine. That is fine. Politics, 13. We'll go ahead and give you the +1 cunning. It gives you 9 cunning. Good lord. You shouldn't really be affected by agents because you're in the water. I think we just kind of end another turn. Keep playing patient. Can't get the ballistas. You are mustering troops. You have 3 units of Carthaginian hoplites, 2 units of Carthaginian cav. Let's end another turn. Kind of just taking things slow. It's nice that they pulled out and backed out from our territory.
Between friends,
Ooh.
the gift of gold
Now
is often
Athens
taken
would
to
like
be a
an
sign
alliance.
of deep affection and respect.
An ally in the east now? I feel like Athens is a little too far east, though. And seeing that they're surrounded... Like, if Sparta maybe offered the defensive alliance, I would take it. I don't think I'm interested in a defensive alliance with Athens. Like, Massilia can offer us aid in the north. If we ever have to, like, redeclare war on the Veneti or go against the Insubres, start conquering in the north. Syracuse is obviously helping us in the south. And if we ever went to war in the east, they would help us there. Athens, though, I don't think a defensive alliance would really help us. I think it would hurt us more than anything by drawing us into wars in the east. So I'm going to decline that offer. I appreciate the offer, Athens, but I'm gonna have to politely decline. Ooh, one of your family members is being blackmailed. Counter the rumors, we have the money for it. Daughter comes of age. Ready to command, politician. Concealed agent has been found by foreign forces, that's fine. Okay, food is figured out. Still have minus 12 provincial instability. I think it's obvious that we go for the boost in public order here. And then we go for the boost in public order and cultural conversion. Because those cultural differences is minus 14. So the more cultural conversion we can get, the better. And then I actually think I'm going to get ready to come start marching you on out. Before they build up too many forces, because they are getting a lot of Carthaginian hoplites. They are attritioning, which is great, because they're starving. They have minus 1 food. Ooh, even their, nice. Even their garrison is starving. Household expands. Okay. Authority. Plus 4 is a huge amount. The Nori Confederated. Okay. Political situation. Politics. Still only you guys having issues. House of Junia is actually doing really well. Cornelia's starting to hurt a little bit. Still sitting at 46%. For the influence.
At your service.
You guys can keep, Mesazeli took that back, so we don't actually want to be, okay, we're not starving them any further, or any longer. I'm kind of cool with you just keeping an eye here, on the Carthage troops. Let's make sure we're still recruiting units here. I would like to get some ballistas. Some ballistas would be nice, but this Numidian cav is just really good specifically for the elephants. They are only going to be at half health. I'm a little tempted to just combine these forces. Go ahead and drop you, and then just hire a new one. That way we don't have to wait on their replenishment. We do lose a little veterancy there, but it's not a huge deal. You guys are at -7, but we're probably gonna sit in Lepsis for a little while. If not, we're gonna come up and sit at Kaige-O for a little bit. We are getting a little more public order here. We should be fixing cultural differences. Provincial instability will go down, although it's about to go back up. You guys are plus 33, so we can definitely move this force out when our fleet is ready. One Principe, 2 Estadi, 2 Rurari, 2 Velites, 1 Pleb. It's not a bad garrison. This doesn't improve our garrison, but it does give us ballistas and scorpions. That doesn't improve our garrison. Gladiator Spearmen, Gladiators, Gladiatrices, and Spear Gladiatrices. It gives us new recruitment, which is kind of cool. We're actually about to unlock that. Okay, I think we're good to go. I don't think we will be able to reach Lepsis next turn. But, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's more that they're going to starve. But in 2 turns, we should definitely be able to hit there. We should be pretty close to fully replenished. Yeah, you guys are just 2 turns away, so you'll be 1 turn off. You guys are getting some veterancy.
Ready for orders.
We got some silver 2 troops, which is great. Getting some nice boosts to your stats. We definitely want to try and raise an army after this fleet is built and we get some income. Because we want to start getting our higher tier heavy infantry. I do want to check out some of these gladiator units though. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn and get closer to battle.
Between friends, the
You guys are really begging, aren't you? Really begging.
My people do not like luxury.
These guys are really
but
begging
money
too.
is needed. I ask humbly that you give us some small amount.
Just trying to set something up real quick. Okay. Let's decline that offer. I'm happy with the defensive alliances. Ooh. Increase in rank or veteran. Both veterans. There's now a high chance of secession, civil war breaking out each turn. Diligent man, patrician, rank 2. Character traits, household expands, population surplus. Alright, first let's look at research. 4 turns for the grain silos and irrigation ditches, which could be nice. More tax rate in 3 turns. Or we can upgrade our towns. This one's 3 turns. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And then we get minus 2% corruption. Veteran. Morale for all units is kind of nice. Siege holdout time. But we were also looking at the melee attack, melee defense, and morale for heavy infantry units. That was the other thing we were looking at, right? I thought there was one more thing we were looking at. Campaign movement range. No, that's just for the agent. Wasn't there something with campaign movement range? But minus morale. Yes, there was. But we can kind of cancel out the morale. I like this minus attritional losses when besieging, though. That's pretty fire. I'm gonna go for that, actually. Not that we'll really be sieging anytime soon, but... Now, if you move here...
At once. You have further orders?
Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's because we were looking at our agent. Honestly, if these guys come and attack me, we should be fine. We should be fine. I really wanted to go in a fortify stance, but this way we can kind of guarantee we are able to hit Lepsis. They're still attritioning, so another turn of attrition. They'll be at like half strength, all their units. I kind of want to get some fire pot Hastati. And we'll get another spear going. And I might just leave you at a 17 stack and start looking to build an army. You're sitting at an 8 stack. We don't want to leave Kaige-O undefended. As much as I want to get this army moving with this fleet, I think it's best if we kind of stay.
At your service.
I'm going to see what's going on with Nova Kaige-O.
Can I be of more?
A lot of slave infantry, Numidian spearmen, Gaetuli, horse skirmishers, and tribal slingers.
How swift and silent.
You have a warlord, which I'm assuming is equivalent to a champion, or a veteran. You have gained a level. We want the tax rate. That is going to hurt our public order a little bit, but I want the tax rate. And then our veteran up here. Yes. Melee attack skill for commander's unit, melee defense for commander's unit, but more importantly, we get the experience per turn. So that you guys can start getting some nice veterancy. This is a little tempting. We could afford it food-wise. That gives us another 7 public order. So we could actually get both of these going. Let's do it. Corrales is making us a decent amount of money. Not nearly as much as Rome. That's crazy. How is Rome making us so much? It's 15% wealth all sources. 7. Oh, it's the tax rate too. Encourage populace is helping. What would we get here? We are a little low on food, I guess, but we have buildings to help improve our food. What would we get? Mine, a pit mine wouldn't be bad, but maybe we just go for public order and commerce. You do get wealth from all commerce. We are kind of making this a commercial settlement. So let's go meeting place, and then maybe we'll get the mine over here. If not, maybe we'll do another farm and do a mine in the main settlement. Yeah, let's really boost your public order so we can get these buildings up, especially with this being our, like, we're focusing on research rate here.
What do you wish of me?
Feels good to get some more buildings built. Especially since we're playing a little slow with our armies. Which is fine, it's fine. Not really anything else to build for us, though. Still sitting at 46%. This is also helping tax rate, research rate, which is great. The 10% is what's giving us high risk. I mean, that's fine, dude. We don't really care so much about that. I do want to just ensure, right? Like, we still own... Yeah, we still own this. They don't own any territory. Now, they'll probably get a hold of our next province, which I think is going to be this one. This is all one province, I believe. Yes. 4 settlements in this province. Baedeca's only 2? Wow, a lot of these are only 2. Ooh. Massilia is actually all the way down here. Okay. But we could still maybe grab this stuff. And then we have a nice border on the north and we start pushing here. Might just have to declare war on the Veneti. Or we say screw it and we start pushing towards Egypt. Because we kind of have to expand in all directions for our victories. 60 units hold the entirety of this province. Really? That doesn't count with the client state? Alright, we might not get that done. Naval maneuvers. One settlement in Illyria, Macedonia, or Hellas. That's probably not going to happen either. We can at least get 2 of these done, though, but I don't really plan on going to war with the Etruscan League. Before we get this done. What is this research? Naval maneuvers. Ah, we could get that done real quick. Because we're probably not going to make this a full stack. It's not really the plan. We're going to leave it like this. So until we start building another army or fill this to 20 units, like we won't hit that 60 unit mark.
Your command.
But let's go ahead and end the turn.
We no
Oh,
longer see
poor
profit in
Carthage
war,
wants some
and we
peace.
offer you peace.
No. No peace for you. And then you're gonna demand money for peace, dude? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Perhaps.
That's a crazy request. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Well, here we go. Forced into a war. Pushing east. Oh, God. This is kind of like the last place I wanted to push, too. Because this puts us up against the RDI now. Contest for their full province. Libya, you're not getting peace. Well, it's time to build up that force then, so we're going to finish that a lot sooner than I thought. Okay, so they just kind of build up a force, which is fine. Our eternal city is beset by the forces of lesser men. Inspired endeavors, public order. Yup. Now, you can hit Velathri or Arminum. I'm assuming that you're going to be building up troops. Praetorians? Oh, my lord. Trait gains. Alright, Mr. We're protected for how long? 10 after secession. It's not bad. Government type, thirst for power. No. I didn't know if Civil War caused any bad, like there. How do we see active... Is there anything here for... That's traits. That's Imperium. Can we see anything about Civil War? Like, does Civil War hurt us in any way? Summary. This is all trade and finance. Characters, politics, summary. I feel like if something were affecting us, it'd be under traits. But maybe I'm wrong in that. Because in Attila, like, there were traits up here. That would tell you of stuff going on. But I don't see a bar like that. Alright, so I think I'm going to recruit my force here. Who are we looking at? We wanted to raise you as a general. Marcus Aurelius Lurco. Marcus Aurelius. Was that not the name of the dude in Gladiator? It sounds very familiar. Marcus Aurelius. Maybe not. Alright. Let's get this army going. Lucius Cornelius. Marcus Aurelius. Right? Isn't that his name? House of Julia. Who is this? Oh, is this our son? We could make our son Nah, I'd rather keep our son as a politician. Keep him safe and sound. Dictator, family leader. You should automatically be our heir, right? Marcus Corellius. I'm actually gonna make you a general's bodyguard.
Set up the watch.
Haha, Triarii, Principes. I love it. Velites. Ooh, we have some Equites available. Triarii. We could do some like Roman formations now. Now that we have the Hastati, Principes, and Triarii. How many units? Oh my lord, we can recruit so much at once. It's actually insane. Although, like, if we're getting these, we might as well just get the Triarii, right? Those Triarii and Principes are pretty expensive, though. I'm actually gonna go for a cav unit. Start getting you built up. I'm not too worried about this army. So we gotta deal with you, and then... Yeah, so... Epidomnos we can't take, but then we're also... Erevisi... Daco-Thracian Confederation. Like, now we're starting to get into these regions, which makes me nervous. Like, that's pretty far east. I did want to check, So, if we did get a military alliance, we would have that under control. Aquitania. Okay, that's probably owned by Massilia. Armenia. Yeah, look how far east we gotta expand. Africa and Britannia. Good lord. If we look at some other areas, we have Syria, Bosporus, Baetica, and Asia. And then if we look at cultural, we have Egypt, Hellas, Aquitania, Mesopotamia, and Syria. But honestly, I have no idea what kind of victory I want to go for. Shoot, maybe we'll go for all three. Who the heck knows? Who the heck knows? Alright, you're about to get that public order building built. You have 4 turns. You guys each have 1 turn.
Ready for orders.
Ooh, ho ho. They went into the water. Okay, we could lose Thapsus then. Although, we don't have... Then you're here to hit Carthago. Could probably push straight in. 10 units? We have some Principes and Orari. Your units aren't that crazy. We have 2 levies to hold the walls. That could do some decent damage.
Ready for orders.
I would assume that you start with 2 ladders like we do. We have some extra Hastadian levies here on the boats. Because you could hit that in a single turn, I'm assuming. Thapsus. I'm gonna pull you over. I'm gonna take the risk. We have Syracuse right here to hopefully help us defend a bit. Let's go on into Lepsis finally. Take Libya's last settlement. And of course, we are gonna fight this one. It's a lot of Carthaginian hoplites, but we should be able to handle with the dictator of Rome. Okay, a big opening here. I think I'm just gonna go...
Romans ready for duty.
a large line of Astati in the center. We're going to get some spears on the side. We're going to get our Numidian Cav to kind of flank around here. Belites, we'll kind of separate you into 2 groups. But I'm going to keep both of you in the center here. General's bodyguard.
Brave Romans to a man! In the name of Rome! Why, Jupiter, rarely have I felt so confident before.
Valites! Hail!
General!
What do we have here? I am a little nervous about these boats coming on in.
Quickly now!
Romans march! The Roman legion prepares for battle.
Brave Romans to a man!
Alright, we can get a nice little flank here. Fire! They should get demolished. You guys need to keep moving. Alright, obviously, this isn't super great.
Glory to Rome!
I'm gonna pull 2 of you back. Alright, apparently 3 of you back.
The battle is turning in our favor.
The battle was always in our favor, friend.
At the double!
It always was.
Astati!
Alright, keep moving. I'm gonna slow down here a bit. Start charging our Astati forward.
The men are wavering.
You guys are wavering already? We're being a bunch of pansies. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. Now, ideally, I'd like to start hitting this general.
General! Extemplo!
Levies!
Couldn't quite get you guys into square formation.
Orders! Proud Romans all! Spearmen, ready for orders!
Melee infantry!
Back! Back now!
Alright, let's get you guys out of formation attack.
Quick march!
Broke them completely. You guys should hold up okay against that general. Alright, let's not fire there. Please.
Astati! Rebel glory!
You guys can get out of formation attack. Honestly, you guys don't need to be in formation attack. You guys start focusing these javelins, please.
Ready! Come on, Luis! Our orders! Cavalry! Missiles ready!
Who else did we grab? The Stadi.
Engage!
Boom, broken. Okay, reform.
Pull back!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Engage! Commander!
Should be obliterating these javs.
Sons of Mars!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Brave Romans to a man!
Commander!
Alright, we're doing perfectly fine.
We obey!
Ready and waiting!
Romans, ready for duty! Your orders?
Astati! Attack! General!
General, get in the fight.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Three ready! Roll on!
They're broken.
Astati! Romans ready for duty! Astati! Engage!
The enemy general is dead.
That's what we love to hear.
Our general is under attack.
That's not what we love to hear.
Couple glory!
Ready and waiting!
Well done. Really just our Numidian Cav taking heavy damage, but that's fine. Not bad. We'll take it. Another victory under the dictator's belt. And Libya is down to 0 settlements. Alright, we're just gonna occupy.
We hunger for battle.
Convert. Convert. I don't know what I want to convert you guys to yet. I don't mind having the manipular barracks in here. Get some recruitment. Do we get the military wharf? Or do we go more food, potentially? I don't know what I want to do with you yet. I think I'm just going to break you down one. Alright, you guys are right here. I would like to see what's in your army. Levy spearmen, tribal slingers. You do have some African elephants and Numidian cav. Yeah. Numidian cav. Garamantia. It's kind of cool to see, like, recognized factions from Attila. Ooh, this is actually somebody different. Ooh, Egypt's over here. Cyrenatia? Punic rebels.
How may I serve?
Alright, Mr. Spy. Question is what do we do next?
My
I guess it's
skills.
Mrs. Spy. Where do we want to send you next? Like, because if we take you out, then we potentially have to push here. I don't want anything to do with the settlement at all. There's no, like, burning it to the ground. We could make them a client state. That is something that we could do. I would assume you guys kind of like us, no? Cultural aversion. War with Carthage, war with Libya. Yeah, you like my war with Libya. We could declare war on them and make them a client state. That is somewhat tempting, actually. Have you kind of continue pushing east. Grab this client state right here. We have a path this way. That way we don't trespass on anybody's territory. Boom. Get a client state in the east. Could be kind of nice. And then we have you guys, our fleet, and this army to push west. And then you guys have... We have you to push northeast. Could work. Could work out.
How may I
I
serve?
suppose we'll prepare to start starving you guys out. For now, just keep an eye on things. They definitely seem like a minor type faction. So they shouldn't be like super crazy to take on.
At your service, swift and silent, a shadow among shadows. Can I be of more assistance?
Yeah, start starving out Nova Carthago. They were foolish enough to go to war with us. Now they'll pay. Now they shall pay. Now it makes it a little more tempting to grab that alliance with Athens.
Enter, friend, and speak.
I'll grab military access.
My people will find much joy in this. I accept,
I doubt Sparta's
Be
gonna
welcome,
want anything.
but may Athena strike us all dumb.
That's surprising.
Your
Okay,
proposal
military
has
access
merit
with
for my-
Sparta and Athens should help our relations. I think I'm still gonna hold off an alliance, but having some friendly Greek states in the east could be nice, especially if they go to war with Epirus and Macedon. We've discovered Egypt. You like my treaties with Sparta and Athens. I don't like that you can't see who people trade with. Alright. The only other person that doesn't really like us is Epirus. Everybody else is neutral. At least, like, people that we're at war with. Obviously, those people don't like us either, but they'll be fine. They'll be just fine. Our influence jumped to 59%, but I'm pretty sure that now, like, once we deal with this civil war, another house will take its place, if I remember correctly. Let's end the turn and see what happens.
My people do not like luxury, but money is needed.
My only issue,
I ask humbly that you give us some small amount.
if I'm not mistaken, Macedon actually does not have a good relationship with Athens and Sparta. So I'm a little worried that, like, maybe Macedon declares war on Athens. I feel like Macedon would really be their only threat. I don't see anybody else really declaring war on them. I could be wrong in that. Maybe somebody from Asia could declare war on them. But do I really want to get pulled into a war against Macedon? And who would likely be the aggressor there? Athens is the client state, so would they really be the aggressor? 2200's a little expensive though, now that we're building up another force and starting to build up more buildings, so I'm still gonna decline that. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't necessarily expecting that. This is not good. This is not good. I wasn't expecting them to push right away. Well, at least we didn't bring our son into this. That's good. I guess the lady can marry another guy. This sucks, dude. He's got a decent amount of influence. Or gravitas. But what other choice do we have? We have Triarii, Praetorians, Praetorian Cav, Italian Cav. We get to see the gladiators at least, but I don't expect us to win this. I don't expect us to win this. They don't have any range. We should be able to take out their cavalry. Is this a... That's... That kind of sucks. I would expect their calves to come straight on in.
For the gods! Proud Romans all!
You have attacking Testudo.
Battle group ready and awaiting orders! We await your command!
You do have Inspire, which could help us here.
The eyes of the Senate and all Rome are upon us today. We must make them proud that we are their defenders. More than that, our Roman gods are watching. Make sure they are not ashamed.
Make sure they are not ashamed. Come on then, ye bastards. They're gonna get caught. Praetorian Cav, gone off the rip. I'll tell you what though, this is not good. Them flanking around like this.
Principes! At your service! Your orders?
We're gonna need
Awaiting orders.
We're gonna need the mob to eat the shots.
At the double! Double time!
Orders!
Forward! Romans, ready for duty.
Or we're gonna need the mob to eat the charge. And then our levies can fire into them.
Ready.
At least we've taken we should be able to take both cav units out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Flames! Lilies! Brave Romans to a man! Advance! Orders!
Oh.
Mars, aid us!
Get our mob to tie him up. They didn't get the charge off, which is nice. Get our levies to fire down on him.
At speed!
Gladiators are pretty cool. A lot of women in the ranks.
Your orders!
Principes, go ahead and finish off this unit. We still have the Triarii and the Praetorians to take out.
Lilies!
The men are wavering.
Proud Romans all! For honor and glory!
Forward! Lilies!
Break them, break them, break them. Come on. Perfect. Alright, stop firing.
In service to Rome!
Because now I definitely need you saving your jabs.
Spearmen, ready!
Perfect. Well done, men.
Understood!
Alright, if we like kind of hold here,
March!
Ready!
can potentially get some nice angles for our javelins.
Proud Romans all! Quick march! General!
Forward! I've seen breakout horns 3 days dead!
We might be able to deal with the gladiators, but there's no way we can also deal with these units. We'd have to get some really nasty hammer and anvil charges. And we're gonna need all of them engaged in melee combat. I just don't think it's enough. Be nice if these guys were tired, though. They do seem to be running the entire way.
So at the trot!
Lilies! In the name of Rome! Commander! Hail!
Commander.
Spear infantry, ready!
What does this help you with? Bracing morale and melee defense. I'll put you in that.
Sons of Mars! Roma! At the doubles! Attack! Commander! For Rome! Melee infantry at your command! Engage! Missile infantry! Your orders? The charge! Back!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, good. They did go into them.
At speed! General!
Let's inspire our Aurori.
Lead us! Your orders? At ready and waiting!
Alright, now you guys need to fire here.
Orders! Order them! Tribune!
While you guys come help here.
General!
Riders advance!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Come on! General! Your orders? Quick, ready and waiting!
Screw it, just go in.
General! Missile infantry ready!
Our Aurori are getting messed up.
By your command!
Principes are holding up well.
Advance at speed! Riders advance!
General's got to move around. Start hammer and anviling their troops.
Riders at the double!
Be the hammer. Be the hammer.
Riders advance!
Our men flee the field
that's
of
horrible,
battle.
actually.
This is a shameful display.
We're not quite gonna get it. Oh, hold form, men. Hold form.
We are losing ground.
Solid charge. Pull out quickly.
Our general is under attack.
Pull out quickly. Pull out quickly. Pull out quickly.
Yes, Commander. As
Rinse
you
and repeat.
command.
Rinse and repeat. That didn't seem to do anything really. What is your guys' charge bonus? 20? It's not that great. You have super high melee defense and armor and health, but... We barely did any damage to these gladiators.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Where are you guys at? I need you guys to come back in quickly. We are about to break their gladiators, but...
Ready and waiting.
Our Principes are taking some heavy damage now.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
No! No! My general! These damn rebels. These rebel scum.
By your command. Orders
Let's go ahead and get one
understood.
more charge. I don't think it'll do too much, but... We'll get one more charge. Oh no, we're about to break.
Breaking battle group.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Close defeat. 2 cav units fully wiped though. Look at barely any damage to these guys. That's a bummer. That is a bummer, my friends.
My people wish to offer you this gift of
You know
gold,
what?
if you will
Hell
take
yeah,
it.
I'll take peace. Hell yeah, I'll take that. I'm not interested in the East at all, my friends. Triumph. What triumph did we get? An honorable death. A true hero of Rome has died valiantly whilst fighting for the people. Honor him. Invasion force lands. Edict cancelled. Triumph. This man has shown unfaltering devotion to Rome. He is a true Roman hero. We honor him and celebrate his glorious victories. Conquer. Nice. I'm assuming that's you, right? Who the hell got the Conqueror trait? Lucius Julius Lebo. It is us. Yeah. How come it doesn't show here? Oh, it's this. Alright, me lady. We will get you remarried, don't you worry. Secundus Atrius Lepidus. I can't believe Marcus died. It's Marcus Aurelius, isn't it? From Gladiator. Now I'm thinking about it. Not Corellius. Marcus Aurelius. Yes. That one's flowing off the tongue. That sounds right. Well, I think the safest bet now is to raise an army in Rome. I think that's kind of the only way to answer these rebel scum. We can also go ahead and finish off Libya, which is great. Stabilize here, and then prepare to go to war with Nasamones. And then we prep our troops here. You guys are ready to move out. We just need some stability, and we need to take care of this Carthage force. So, some things to look forward to next time. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.